Hi, Jerry. All right, we are live now. See you, everybody.
Right, thanks. Namaste, everybody. So,
Namaste.
a very warm welcome to everyone. And
May we request everyone to put your windows on mute, please. Please put your Zoom windows on mute, failing which a lot of sounds come into the room. All right, we may start now. Thank you.
so a very warm welcome and namaste to everyone. This is a very important and a milestone day for us. We've completed 20 years of our inception, and 20 years we've been tirelessly doing the work that we have been trying to mainstream unsung heroes. And we entered into the 21st year of our work and our mission. So that is why we thought, let's get everybody on board. So 2121 is the theme. So we have 21 stalwarts and Maharatna Rex Karmaveer Global Fellows that have been our support through these 20 years, who have inspired us and who've been with us. And we are also today conferring the new 21 fellows into the fold. We are conferring the award on them. So this is a very momentous day and a beautiful warm evening, and a namaste to all of you once again. So thank you for joining us from different parts of the world. We could not do the live conclave for the last 2 years because of COVID. Until June, July, also the protocols around the world were not very clear. So the show, as they say, the show must go on. We have been tirelessly doing some of the other work in the mission in the last 2 years, but this also had to happen. So we had to also redefine and rephrase and reframe our style of working, and to get into this online stream of doing this work. I'm going to very briefly take you through our journey, and then we begin the evening. So the Rex Karmaveer Global Fellowship and the Rex Karmaveer movement, the Right Every Wrong movement, was incepted. The fellowship and the awards were incepted in year 2002, when Jerry was doing on some work in the hinterland of Bundelkhand and UP border, and he happened to meet Dashrath Manji, the man on whom later the movie Manji movie came into being. Jerry has had the good fortune of holding the chisel and the hammer of Dashrath Manji, the man who actually really cut the mountain. It's no fable, it's no folklore, it's the reality. That if you think that you can do something, he cut the mountain with the chisel and hammer. It took him 18 years to create the 22-kilometer road, but he did it. So that's the kind of inspiration, and that's where this inspiration of starting an award and a fellowship where unsung heroes would be mainstreamed, and they would be the center stage of the forum, and the learning came into being. And that's what our endeavor has been in the last 20 years, to curate, nominate, bring the stories and the learning of unsung heroes into the mainstream. And we are very happy that, because of our endeavor and our influence, the Padma Shris and the Padma Bhushans were also now we have also started to mainstream the unsung heroes there. And a lot of government awards are also celebrating the unsung heroes now. And be it Times of India awards, be it Black and White awards, be it many awards started to do this. But we are very happy that we have sustained ourselves in 20 years. We've also sustained ourselves through this beautiful egalitarian, no VIP culture. If all those who have attended our fellowship in the past 20 years know that there is no VIP culture, there's no lighting of the lamps, there is no separate seating. It's a very beautiful no VIP culture egalitarian platform, because we believe in fair, just and humane society, and that's what our endeavor is. So there is no censorship on what you're going to speak. If you are speaking the fact and the right, you're most welcome to speak what you want to speak and bring it into changing the right every wrong. We're very happy that we've not been taking sponsorships, because it did not dilute our forum. I did not dilute our idea. It led us to passionately work towards finding people who've been part of the change champions. We call them change champions because these are champions of change who have brought about change through their mindset shift, who say that I change to change the world, I change to change the society, I change to change the world, and I change to change what I do. So we are very happy that that has been our endeavor. We also, are one of those forums and platform that also brings in credibility. A huge credibility that we bring into the forum is that we are the only awards that have been recognized by UN. So we have UN reached out to us to partner with the Karmaveer Awards, but we did not want to dilute the Karmaveer Award. So we instituted the Rex Karmaveer Chakra Awards in partnership with the UN. So Karmaveer recognizes heroes from Prince of Wales, now King of Wales, and to industry captain, to sex workers, to beggars also, or to teachers, social workers, everyone in the egalitarian platform. And we celebrate, as I said earlier, the champions of change. I also stress upon the idea of egalitarian because we began our journey from Gandhi Darshan, which is at Rajghat. And we started from there. This is also the place where the Satyagraha movement started and where, the freedom movement sort of started. And this is our freedom to bring the right every wrong here. So we are very humbled at the fact that we've stuck to our egalitarian platform. We've stuck to our principles, our ethos and philosophy of together as one, we can right every wrong. And we celebrate the champions of change who bring in not just talks, but ideas for action. Those actions that leave a legacy behind, those actions that create a better world, those actions that make the world a better place from little bit also, if it is from what we came in. And imagine if 8 billion people who are working relentlessly towards making the world a better place, the world surely can be a better place. So that's how our endeavor has been. Going forward, we are going to, we've seen that a whole lot of awards are mushrooming around the internet. The awards are being sold. And our endeavor has been to create communities. Our endeavor has been to, be committed towards bringing in learning. And learning is the award that is more important. So your trophy, your medal, your certificate is not what is the takeaway. The biggest takeaway here is the learning. The learning to learn is the biggest takeaway from our forums. And we've tried to now again create community. So with the help of, I think, Avinash Maskita, Vikas Kaushik is here. We've tried to create communities. Like in 2019, we created a youth community, teachers community, school communities who are fellowship to bring in learning and the best practices so that the planet becomes a place we can preserve the planet, and also the best practices of a society and the world are there for the world to hear from, learn from, and practice from. So we initiated a whole lot of these communities. We are initiating MBA community, SME community. So that is the work right now we are doing. And Avinash Maskita from Tangram is a internationally acclaimed research consulting organization that's going to sort of head it with help from Vivek Kaushik, who's also with us here. So that's how we started our online program. So we are probably going forward trying to do offline, online, hybrid programs, but keeping in mind that, the world is opening up, things are happening. We are going to start with our fellowship next year. We certainly, inshallah, going to meet each one of you. So the last thing that I would want to say here is that this year, we are also instituted 2 awards, and these 2 awards are on the are for 2 stellar mothers that Jerry has had, and these mothers have left an indelible mark and learning and a legacy for not just Jerry but for all of us, and that's what we are trying to bring here in the forum. And the first award that we have instituted this year, Avinash, can you please put the main? Yeah. So we've put here is the first award is the Betty Martins Karmaveer Chakra Award for resilient mothers, and the second one is the Malkeet Kaur Garewal Karmaveer Chakra Award for the resilient girl child. So this going forward, we've instituted and put these 2 awards also in the hierarchy of awards that we are trying to recognize and bring forth more and more people into the fold, into the forum, into the fraternity. So with that, I welcome you all, and we are absolutely humbled and excited and look forward to learning from you. The last thing that I'd like to say is that, a very important part of our learning is the gift. The gift is a gifting the future fellows the fellowship tree. That is, we've sustained ourselves without the sponsorship and this model that was created by some of our fellows only in the first cohort. And they said, we will help you. And your support and help of the fellows has also helped us to float through and sail through the 20 years, so that we are able to preserve and conserve the identity, ethos, and philosophy for which we stand. So thank you so much and welcome to the evening. Avinash, can you bring it back to the screen, please? Full screen. So thank you so much. And once again, I'm going to just start very briefly. As we said, that it's an egalitarian platform, and everyone is a hero for us, and we celebrate each one of your unique potential for which you stand for, and the changes that you're trying to bring in the mindset of the people around you with the work that you do. So we recognize that, and we would, the learning that you bring onto the forum. So before with any further ado, I'd like to start with conferring of the awards. So what we are going to do is that, we have 21 stalwarts from our previous cohorts of 20 years. So alphabetically, we are going to I'll just call out the names, and the Maharatna or the stalwart is going to speak for 2 minutes, and then the other fellow who we are bringing into the fold is going to speak for a minute. So before any, one little tweak that I have to make is the General Cardozo is going to be the first speaker. He's not feeling too well, but like a true soldier, fight we must. So he has come on board, and we're going to start with you, General Ian Cardozo. And over to you, General Cardozo.
Okay, thank you, Itu. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Avinash, please put the full screen on. Yeah.
I'd like to thank Itu, both you and Jerry, for this wonderful program of Unsung Heroes. I'm conscious of the fact that I have to speak only for 2 minutes. And then I understand also that learning can only start with awareness. From awareness comes knowledge. And therefore, I want to spread this message to all of those who are listening about the unsung hero, because I accepted these awards on behalf of the unknown soldier. The unknown soldier of India today, he is serving the country in the very most difficult situations in Ladakh, in Siachen, in the desert, in the Northeast. And many of them die. They're dying every day in quiet oblivion. Nobody knows what they do. And so I was hoping that the empty canopy between India Gate and the National War Memorial would be given to the unknown soldier, but that has not happened. But what is more important is the minds of all those who are listening, because I hope you will pass this on to others, that the unknown soldier today needs to be recognized. He's recognized in England, he's recognized in America, he's recognized in Australia and all the countries of the world. He needs to be recognized in India also. Who is the unknown soldier? The unknown soldier, the unknown hero, are those who do their best for the country and die in the attempt, but there's nobody to record what they did, and therefore they don't get any award, and therefore they are unsung. So, and what is the motivation? The only motivation, to my mind, is love. Now, love may not be a very military word, but it is on the altar of love that the Indian soldier stands forth, puts his life on the line, and disappears in the smoke and fire of battle. And therefore, I would like all of you to please remember the unknown soldier when you think of unsung heroes, and please do your best to pass this around. And I also would like to pass a message that where all the countries of the world, all the countries of the world recognize their war dead with the poppy and their own flowers of remembrance. I would like all of you to know that we, the veterans of Indian Army, hope that you would recognize that the marigold should be the flower of remembrance for India's war dead. So please propagate this also. Thank you for giving me this platform. God bless you, all unsung and recognized by E2 and by Jerry. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, General Cardozo. I'd like you to just hold on for a minute. You're going to confer the award to Brigadier Balram, and that's how we're going to do it virtually. That's Brigadier Balram's citation. That'll go to him. Over to you, Brigadier Balram.
Dear Brigadier Balram, I know your brother very well, and I know your exploits in 1971. God bless you for all that you've done, and I'm so glad that you also are being recognized by this wonderful organization.
Over to you, Brigadier Balram, for your 1 minute.
Thank you, General Cardozo, for your kind words. Thank you, A2 and Jerry, and thank everybody, all those who are participating in this wonderful awareness event, all unsung heroes. So I will say that why unsung? The mere fact that we are watching each other doesn't leave us unsung any longer. As also from what General Cardozo said, the soldiers on the borders, 24/7, 365 days, their life and their sacrifice is of a different plane altogether. Speaking about myself, I'm very, very happy to be on this particular program, and I thank everybody for the award and the fact that one is part of this Karmaveer family. I also would like to share with you some of the books which are out. One of them relating to the soldiers is War Dispatches 1971, in which for the very first time, batchmates of my course, that is the 28th NDA course, commissioned in 1966 from the Army, Navy, and Air Force, we were able to put together a book for the first time talking about our war experiences. I'd also like to tell you about my other book, which is coming out. It's called Grit to Glory. It's a story about raising of a particular regiment. As also, there's a movie which is coming out shortly based on The Burning Shafi, the book written by me on the tank versus tank battle of 1971, which took place before the war itself. In other words, this is perhaps the only tank versus tank battle that has taken place between India and Pakistan even before the declaration of the war itself. I spend a lot of time in transcendental meditation. I've worked with two universities, Maharishi universities in Jabalpur, and I'm also a consultant with some of the NGOs, more particularly the Jai Jawan Nagrik Samiti, which for the last 25 years now has been helping out widows and dependents of our martyrs, and also creating awareness about joining defense forces in the state of Gujarat. 25 years, the figure has now reached its optimum, and we have a large number of young boys for this opportunity. Grateful for the award. Thank you.
We're losing you, Brigadier Balram.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Congratulations to you, Brigadier Balram. Thank you so much for sharing your work, and one of his books is also being made into Bollywood movie, which is going to be out very, very soon. So be in the lookout. And I would also like to share that Jal Cardoso's book on Kartu's Babu, Kartu Sab, is also coming out and is being launched on 7th of December. So please go out, buy the book. And the book was in the bestseller at all the airports this time when I flew last week. So must go and pick up the book and read it. We move on to the second, Maharatna and the stalwart. It just so happens that Abba couldn't join us, Abba Singh, because she was in Vietnam and today her flight got cancelled. But we're moving on when we have another veteran with us, Colonel Ibrahim Cherian. Colonel Ibrahim Cherian has been part of our learning and our cohort in 2019. Colonel Cherian, over to you. Colonel Cherian, are you there? Just a minute. Colonel Ibrahim, are you there? I'm just trying to look for him. I see. So we move on with our next stalwart here and Maharatna, Aditi Mishra. Aditi Mishra ji, you're there? Yes, I know you're there somewhere.
I'm there.
Yes. So Aditi ji, over to you, and you would be conferring awards to Anne De Silva, Aniket and Avinash, just saying so that they get ready. So over to you for your 2 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So I've been a teacher, educator for the past almost 4 decades. I'm the daughter of an army officer. So when General Cardozo was speaking and Brigadier Mehta was speaking, I had a large lump in my throat. Yes, the unsung hero has to be thought about. But how about thinking about teachers as well? There are hordes of teachers out there trying to make a difference. And as far as my journey is concerned, and what got me here with this group was some innovations I tried out. So we have, in the same premises as our main school, we run a school for the very underprivileged children who may not have had a chance to go to any school. Being part of Gurgaon, it was a little difficult to get children, especially girls, out of their homes. But I think all the sarpanches really helped us. So we began with about 200 children in the year 2003. Today we have about 1,800 children who are studying in the same premises, using the same infrastructure, the same classroom, the same labs. And what has been very enriching is that we have the morning shift children staying back and teaching these children music, dance, art, computers, filmmaking, public speaking, a host of things which they would otherwise maybe not have got exposed to. From there came another idea some years ago that not all children are academically inclined. So after 10, there was a tendency for a lot of them to just drop out. And again, hate to say it, but it was more happening with girls. They didn't want to study, or their parents didn't want to support them. But, I sort of fought with them. I'm ashamed to say it. And I told them that they have to study, they have to do something. You can't allow them to sit at home and do nothing. So we started skilling courses again in the basement of our regular school, where we teach them mobile repair, stitching and tailoring, baking. So at least now we're in the 7th year, and we have had almost 1,200 students who've dropped out of school now doing something. They've opened their own parlors, they've opened their own little boutique. Some are part of a boutique. They come and tell me very proudly that some of them have got a job with some Lakme salon or some L'Oreal salon. It's very, very heartwarming. And then since I was not going to sit back and relax with these two, the Shiksha Kendra and the Pravah, I've also adopted 2 government schools where I'm trying my best to give the same kind of vision and the same kind of passion, which sometimes I don't know why seems to get lost in a certain section of people. And of course, I'm always ready to learn from everybody. And if any of these volunteers, because I know Sailesh has come and spoken to my children once, Itu has come, Jerry has come. If anyone else would be happy to come and talk to these children, they need help, they need vision, they need people to talk to them and listen to them. Thank you very much for calling me, Itu and Jerry. It's always very humbling to be part of this group.
Thank you so much, Aditi ji. You have been an inspiration for all of us, and We've hosted a whole lot of our Rex Karmaveer Global Fellowships in your school. In fact, our first Rex Karmaveer Global Fellowship community that we created for teachers and schools was also hosted by DPS. And I'd like to share with everyone that, most of our fellowships, the venue is always a school or a college, because that's the place where the learning program has to be. So we are all about humility and grassroots, unsung heroes, and also working in that manner. Nothing ostentatious and five-star-ish about us. We are very austere and simple, very connected and organic and connected to the grassroots. And Aditi ji's work is stellar. As General Cardozo and Brigadier Balram were also talking, and I am very proud to be connected with the soldiers in my family, third generation, fourth generation, Mahavir Chakra. My brother is a fighter pilot. So there's a huge lump in my heart as well as I speak right now. And huge gratitude to teachers. I'm the fifth generation teacher. My great-great-grandmother was a teacher in 1900. So there is this huge amalgamation of learning and beauty and inspiration that each one of the Rex Karmaveer fellow gets us, keeps us inspired, and then they keep the world inspired. So Aditi ji, congratulations for all the beautiful work you do. And thank you so much for all your support and love all the time.
Always there.
Thank you so much. We have Anne from Istanbul who's joined us. Anne, over to you. Speak about your work.
So hello, everybody. I'm Anne De Silva. I'm an Indian who lives in Istanbul. And first, I'd like to begin with congratulating Rex for 20 years of service to humanity. 2 decades of touching lives. I'm already choked up with emotions. So thank you to Rex. Thank you to Jerry. Thank you to Itu. I've been fortunate to know Jerry and Itu and I have had some magical conversations. I already think she's my soul sister. And I will get an opportunity to meet the others as well. But Aditi ji, I want to say this to you. I don't think teachers are unsung heroes, because I passed out from a school called Convent of Jesus and Mary in Delhi. And my elocution teacher, Mrs. Ravindran, is the woman that is responsible for making me a best-selling author today. She told me, aim for the treetop and you will get at least above the bar. So I can never forget teachers. My mother is a teacher and she has impacted many lives. And every time I am in the company of teachers, all I can do is charan sparsh, because without teachers, we would be nowhere. And so, we have our official teachers who teach us in school, encourage us, give us this fiery spirit to become who we are. And then we have other teachers like Itu and Jerry who are called mentors, and they have their own journeys. So I'm an author, I'm a social impact speaker, and a woman empowerment speaker. My niche is that I write only for women. And I love to write about unsung heroes, because I believe every human being is a song and a story which just has to be sung or written and told. So yes, thank you very much. I'm very, very honored, humbled, and at this moment, a little emotional that, I've been selected to be a part of this amazing fellowship, this community of this tribe of light bearers. Our world is becoming dark each day with all the atrocities and injustices happening. And so the need of the soldier, the need of the light bearer, the need of the teacher and the ardent student is today. So I'm proud to be a part of this group. I'm proud to be, feel at this moment that you guys have thought me worthy to choose me. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Anne. And Aditi ji, you will have to confer the award to Anne.
I'm very proud and happy to confer the award to you. And I'm sure you'll do a great job, and you will reach out to many more and ignite that same fire in everyone who reads about your work.
I can feel your love, Aditi ji. Thank you so much. I feel if you were there right now, a big hug would do. But right now,
and we both end up crying. We'll both end up howling.
Yes, I think so. I think, the best beauty is that there are some people that touch you. And at that moment, why should you hold your emotions back? And so being an author, I'm an emotional person. And I think, my calling was writing. So I'm where I am. And one of my books is going to become a Bollywood film, along with an Indo-Turkish collaboration, because it breaks the stigmas of Islamophobia, divorced women having a new beginning. I always write subjects where women are she heroes, and women have this power and strength, and like the sea, they are incomprehensible, and so should not be understood, but accepted and celebrated. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And Aditi ji, we'd also like you to confer the award to two of our very important volunteers and member of our creative team, Aniket and Avinash, who have been with us for almost a year and a half.
Wow.
And all the creatives and all the certificates and all the work that you see is the brainchild of Aniket, Avinash, and Parvi as well. So we'll talk about Parvi later. So Aditi ji, you're going to confer the award to Aniket.
Aniket and Avinash, where are you?
So they're going to speak for a minute. Next is Aniket, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Itu ma'am. Namaste to all, and thanks for all the positive vibes in air today because of so many nice personalities over here. And it's my pleasure to be like selected for this. As I always think, being with Rex is always a learning journey for me. And it's been a while that over a year that I have been learning so many things that I could pass on to others, of course. So it has motivated me that whatever we learn, we should always pass on, because that is the way we could surely make a change to happen. And so many champions of change here. Lots of motivation today, because the words that General Cardozo sir said and then Aditi ma'am said, we have been following it in our NGO. But as we say in RACS, whenever you are recognized, you are given another responsibility. So I feel those words from sir and ma'am are highly motivational for me. And of course, I would like to take it ahead with much more pride and honor. So, and finally, of course, a team like what we have, like Avinash ji and Pavi ji to support, and mentors like Itu ma'am and Jerry sir. It's just something out of the world. I could have never thought that I could be part of something like this. But maybe, as we say, when we start doing something and continue doing something good, we always get good. But I feel I got the best. Thanks, Itu ma'am. Thanks, Jerry sir, and thanks everyone for the honor.
Congratulations to you, Aniket. And I would like to share with everyone that Aniket is a lawyer and he runs his own NGO, and he also does this creative work. So there is a lot on his plate, but he never, gives up, and is always learning to learn, as we say in our parlance. And thank you so much. Over to you, Avinash. Avinash, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
So, namaste, all Karmaveers over here. So, I was excited about this because I have been waiting for this last 1.5 years. The basic thing I am following, that something what made me happy was creating these creatives for you peoples, creating something like these, I don't know the faces, of course, but I don't know, while creating this creative, I got some emotion, I got some vibes. So creating and connecting, C to C, that is happening with me. And with the skills, what I have grown up with and what I have developed, I'm creating emotions, I'm creating smiles. Even I think many people get emotional by my creative. So I will, I can tell that creating such things, I can make people sad also. So, very much emotions are connected to that. And I will not say that I'm bringing the change, but I'm creating the change with my skills, that what I have been doing. And I will carry this till last, I think so. And thank you so much, Itu ma'am, and the whole Rex team, and each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Avinash. Avinash has just got a government job, so he's working full time. He's doing the creative work. He also runs his own NGO. So these are the kind of learning that we bring onto the forum and the fore. And these are the people who also inspire us to keep doing and contributing. So we move on to congratulations to everyone. We move on to our Maharatna from cohort of 2019. Ajit Bajaj has been part of the journey with us for the longest time. And over to you, Ajit, to speak about your work and your journey. And Christina and Ketan, please be ready with your 1 minute thereafter. Ajit, are you there?
Thank you so much, Itu. I think to begin with, I'd like to congratulate you and Jerry for completing 21 glorious years. And
20 years.
20 years, going on to your 21st year, must also compliment you on your ethos and the spirit of the awards. You know, your egalitarian approach, no VIP culture. It really resonates really well with all of us. Also, a huge honor to meet General Cardozo, to meet Brigadier Mehta, Principal Aditi Mishra, and so many real heroes, rock stars, right? I believe life is about dreams, and I was very lucky this year to complete a shared dream with my daughter Dia. As a father-daughter team, we wanted to climb the 7 summits, the highest mountain on every continent. And I'm really, really pleased to inform you that this year we had to wait for a couple of years to climb our 7th summit, which was Mount Denali in Alaska in North America this summer on June 5th. And I'd like to share with all of you that, you know, when we planted very proudly our tricolor on the summit of Mount Everest and on the 7 summits, there was a message we really wanted to convey to our fellow citizens. And that message really was that, well, a huge amount of pride in our country and in our flag. And I think it's the very spirit of the flag, what it stands for today for all of us as citizens, that we are a democracy, we are the world's largest democracy and a secular democracy. And I think it's that culture, unity and diversity, that we must continue to hold very dearly to all of us. And I think the second message was really about the girl child. I really do believe, I must admit, I must share with you that during the day, when we were on these 7 summits, climbing facing some of these adversities and challenges together, I'd be very proud when I would look at my daughter climbing. And I must admit, I'd like to thank Mr. Mark Parkinson, who was their principal in school, and for the kind of, you know, spirit he was able to really get going in a whole bunch of our kids. But the second real message was about the girl child in our country, that given half an opportunity as parents, we have to support our girls. We have to help them to dream big and face those challenges, face those storms in the pursuit of their dreams. And if we are with them and we face those challenges with them physically and in spirit, I don't think there is a challenge too big. When we came back, it was a huge honor to be invited to meet the Honorable President of India, and we were made ambassadors for Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. And we joked with the Honorable President. We said, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, or Beti Ko Everest Chadhao, being symbolic of just loving our daughters and making them believe in themselves and making them dream big and coming out on tops in face of any kind of adversity. Thank you so much. Huge honor to be here. And I'd also like to mention that I'm also a part of the extended Fauji family. Both my elder brothers are Faujis, having retired as generals from the Great Indian Army. And I had the very proud privilege of training 50 courses for our armed forces in adventure, including our special forces as well. So a huge honor to be connected with so many of you. With that, I'd like to wish all of you great health, happiness, and success higher than the 7 summits. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gigi. That was a pleasure listening to you. And I think great fathers and the inspiration that you're creating for fathers to carry on the legacy of girl child. Yes, there is no difference between the girl and the boy, but you've done wonders with the kind of thing that you took on your hands with your daughter, and you completed it. Thank you for all that inspiration, for all those kind words for us. And yes, there is this flavor of the gusto and the fieriness that we began with General Cardozo, that's carrying on, and humbled to have you with us. Thank you so much. You're going to Ajit, confer the award to Christina and Ketan. Over to Christina.
So good evening, namaskar, salam alaikum to everyone wherever you are. Well, first of all, gratitude to the Rex family, gratitude to Itu and Jerry, and congratulations on completing 20 glorious years, as everyone has mentioned. Well, I was born different to make a difference in this world. So this is Christina Evers, a trans woman living in the city of joy known as Calcutta, Kolkata. So I was refused from the straight society, and today I work for the straight society, getting into the slums, going on the street and helping children who are homeless, some of them are parentless, to help them educate and live a dignified life in the society today, so that they should not face what we have faced, something called judging and criticizing, giving out names. So I'm just here thanking each one of you and working for humanity. Thank you so much, Itu.
Thank you so much, Christina. Keep doing the glorious work and inspirational work that you're doing with your social work, with all the inspiration that you bring onto the forum. Thank you so much. Over to Ketan. Ketan, are you there?
Yes. So I'm really, so today is a very special day. It's 20 years of Rex Karmaveer Awards. But I just saw today's cartoon in the Eco Times. Today is also 101st birthday of another Karmaveer awardee, Dr. Varghese Kurian, the father of White Revolution of India. As well as what I was wonderfully amazed to hear is that also today is the day that our great sovereign nation adopted its constitution and we became a republic. So, and you all have, I guess, it is by no mere coincidence that you all have always continued to have these awards presented on 26th of November. I think it's an awesome, I think just being here with all of us, the energy that is being shared, even though it's virtually, it's just outstanding. So thanks. I'm awed only on those points. Thanks for selecting me to the committee, Mr. Jerry, Ms. Itu, Mr. Nirbhay, Aniket, and everyone else. General Cardozo, Brigadier Mehta, Principal Mishra. I'm by training a chemical engineer and a biotechnologist, but by heart I'm a tree lover and a Save RA Forest campaigner. And the work that we do, I believe that why I got selected for this is that a couple of other schoolmates and me went out during the first lockdown in COVID, and we were able to distribute meals to needy people on the streets in the South Mumbai municipal wards. So within first 7-8 days was just an effort by 2-3 of us. But then within 8 or 9 days, the municipal corporation, especially the corporators of those particular wards, Narvekar family, they said that this is something that needs to go beyond what we are doing. And then they were able to convince the state government and the PMC to step forward. And then we were able to take our meals per day distributed to 10,000 a day. So that was amazing. One day I got scared. The days that trains restarted going from Mumbai out. We reached VT station, there were 30,000 people. The policemen and all said, "Saab, aap jao idhar se, it'll be a stampede." He said, "We are doing our best. We have got support from other people, but don't come here." So it was scary that day to see how many people were just fleeing to get out of the city. And I think that is something where so many people were on the streets, and I believe we made a little bit of difference in just giving them something. It was breakfast, or it was lunch, or it was dinner, or it was iftari because it was Ramzan. So these were the things that we did. And I think that's the reason why Ralph Craven, Vivek, myself, Dr. Suhasini, we are all Suhani, we are, we were all part of the team, all like Campanites. So that's that. Professionally, I mean, we are into biological products for agriculture and waste treatment, trying to see how we can achieve a balance in the reduction of chemicals that go into the food we eat. Not only in India, but in various other continents we work. And I'm a member of quite a few UN committees trying to help increase the use of biologicals and reduce toxic pesticide usage and chemicals in agriculture across the world. And we're starting a project next year in India, trying to reach basically reduction of pesticides in agriculture, which is being funded by the UN. And I'm hoping to be part of the lead in that. We can make a better world. That's what I believe. And I work towards that. Thanks. Itu, you're on mute.
Sorry. Thank you so much, Ketan. And 26th November has always been a Citizen Action Day. That is why all our programs and everything is around this day. And that is where we started. I told in the beginning, our first cohort was at Gandhi, at the Rajghat, to commemorate that, the freedom struggle, the right every wrong movement is for the Citizen Action Day. What are we doing as citizens to make the country, the world, and everyone, the place, world a better place? How do we preserve it? And in this time, and you've also remembered, Dr. Verghese Kurian, who's also, we have an award by his name. So we instituted the award, and, he has been part of the Rex Karmaveer journey. So has been Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who had the humility to say that I will come and sit and learn. I cannot take the award, but I will patronize and I will take your legacy forward, but I will sit and come and learn. So that has been the beautiful journey that we have had. And at this time, we're going to take a little bit of a breather with Bobby Cash singing a song for us, the Right Every Song, that was incepted and created by him in 12 years back. And we wanted to start with this song, but we had this technical glitch and we were getting delayed. Sorry about that, Bobby. So here we have the song by Bobby. As you all know, Bobby is an international country singer from India. More we'll know about Bobby's name, fame, and work a little later when we bring him on board to speak about himself. Over to you, Bobby.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's a beautiful day. And this is a beautiful song, and it's our song. It belongs to all of us. I'm singing it after years. I'd almost forgotten it, but it's somehow revived back. But I remember singing this at Rajghat. Come together, light the candle, sing the song, move along, begin to change, to right every wrong. Light the candle and move along, sing the song, sing along. It time has come to right every wrong. Come together, light the candle, sing a song, move along, begin to change right after wrong. Light the candle and move along, sing a song and sing along. The time has come to right every wrong. A crying child, a woman's scream, blazing gun and broken dreams. The time has come to change it all now. The man who never found his rights is just too old to fight the fight. He's waiting for a helping hand to come. Come together, light the candle, sing a song, move, begin to change, right every wrong. Light the candle and move on, sing a song, sing along. The time has come to right every wrong. Sing the song, sing the song, sing along. The time has come to right every wrong. The time has come to right every wrong. The time has come to right every wrong.
Thank you so much, Bobby. Bobby is a legend, country singing legend, and Bobby is also one of our missionary passipreneurs. His life and his work talks about that go out and do, follow your passion and create a legacy of learning. We'll come back to your story a little later, Bobby. Thank you so much for this wonderful treat, this song that you created. You were part of it 12 years back. Thank you for singing it once again with a little bit of tweak. And thank you so much. You have magic in your hands and you have magic in your voice.
Yes,
Loved it.
It just came back. It was in my heart actually. So
Yes, yes. So we had to remind Bobby that, you know, that's the song. Let's sing that song once again and revive it.
Thanks for sending me the video clip. So it kind of that
You
helps.
know, thanks to Jerry, you know, both of us were looking for it and we said we have to revive that song.
Jerry's the champion. He knows
Yeah.
how to get me going.
Yes. And I'm missing him a lot at this point of time. He's overseas and in a zone where he cannot get onto the program, but he did join us in the beginning to welcome you all. Thank you so much once again, Bobby. We move on to Anupama Ji. Anupama Ji is our Maharatna again of the cohort of 2019, been with us for the longest time and inspiring all the women to rise up and do what they need to do. Anupama Ji, over to you. Anupama Ji, are you there?
I'm very much so here.
Yes. Anupama Ji, over to you.
Right. Thank you. And I was honored to hear so much about the brigadier, the general, the teacher, the author, and of course, this beautiful song that we just heard. For me, the Karmaveer has been 4 pillars of strength. A strength to a woman who has struggled her life to be what I am today. I have served humanity for the past 42 years in the field of HIV, TB, disabilities, battered women, abandoned children, and children of a lesser God who cannot get education and to make something of them. As the teacher previously said, the wonderful work that she is doing. Ma'am, I've opened 3 schools here in Gurgaon, which is Smiling Faces, Happy School, and a school for a lesser God of children. Today, I'm so proud to say that each one of them has stood out better than what our children have done living in glass houses. Yes, the discrimination that the people have who belong to a different gender, I fight for them. I am with them and I understand them. Because with NAS Foundation that I have learned, you be compassionate towards them, and they are more than human than you and me are. They have a heart of gold, and they can go out of the way to do what they want to do in their lives. So let's be compassionate towards them, understand them, and give them a platform to speak and live their lives. Secondly, the HIV AIDS is one project that I have put my heart and soul into, because another discrimination takes place there, whether it's the hospitals, whether it's children born to HIV/AIDS patients. Why should we have any kind of discrimination in this country that is so open about so much? Recently, a child died in UP because the doctors refused to attend to the mother because she was HIV positive. This is what we learned in our country? This is what we need to do? No. I totally disagree with it. And yes, Itu and Jerry, you have been the pillar of strength for me to surpass all what I've been through in my life. And today I stand like those 4 pillars, strong, absolutely with my head up. And I thank the Karmaveer for giving me what I have today.
Because I have a Zoom conference. Just come and have a look. I think without the. Thank you so much, Anupama ji. Thank you so much. Request all of you to please mute yourself when you're not on the active speaker. Thank you, Anupama ji. And Anupama ji is going to confer the award to Meena. Meena, are you there with us? Meena, आप हो हमारे साथ? So, story of Meena is also very inspiring. Meena, आप खुद ही अपनी story बताएं हमें, और फिर मैं बताऊंगी कि हम आपको कैसे मिले. मीना,
हेलो, आवाज आ रही है मैम?
हाँ जी, आ रही है. हाँ, बिल्कुल, बताइए मीना.
नमस्ते मैम.
नमस्ते.
मैं मीना बात कर रही हूँ दिल्ली से, और मेरे 2 छोटे बच्चे हैं. और पहले मैं टैक्सी चलाती थी, अब उसके बाद में फिर मैंने फोर्स गाड़ियां चलाई. फोर्स गाड़ी चलाने के बाद में काफी परेशानी सामना करना पड़ गया मुझे. और जो डीटीसी में जो मैंने फॉर्म भरा था, उसके लिए मेडिकल के लिए बहुत मुझे भागा दौड़ी करनी पड़ी थी. और सिर्फ अपने माइंड में ये था कि वो मैडम मुझे पास करेगी, लास्ट मोमेंट में करना है तो करना है. तो मैंने कभी नेगेटिव नहीं सोचा और पॉजिटिव ही सोचा था. और लास्ट में उन मैडम ने मुझे काफी दौड़ाया. दौड़ाने के बाद मुझे फिर ये बोला, मीना आप डीटीसी में आपका सिलेक्शन हो गया है. तो मैं डीटीसी की एज अ डीटीसी बस ड्राइवर. और इतु मैम, जो आप मुझे मौका देते हो बोलने के लिए, बहुत बहुत आपका धन्यवाद. और मेरा ये था कि मेरे 2 बच्चे हैं मैम. पिछले जब मैं टैक्सी नहीं चलाती थी तो मेरे को ना अब ऐसा लगता था उस समय कि मेरे को लोग बिचारी बोलते थे, और मैं बिचारी ही बन के रहती थी. मैं 3 साल तक लोगों के हाथ कुछ भी अपना पेट पालने के लिए या हेल्प के लिए, हर चीज के लिए, आज मैं उस मुकाम पे हूं ना, लोग मुझसे मेरे से हेल्प मांगते हैं. और ये है कि पहले से जो वो मीना थी आज के टाइम पे, अब वो मीना नहीं है। बहुत चेंजिंग आ गई है मेरी लाइफ में। और पहले मैं अपने आप को बहुत कोसती थी, अब मैं अपने आप को कोसती नहीं हूँ। और जो भी डिसीजन मेरा है अब बहुत अच्छा है। मैं अपने बच्चों को अच्छी तरीके से टाइम भी दे देती हूँ। यहाँ पे अच्छी तरीके से मैंने टाइम दिया। और मैं DTC में आ गई तो यहाँ मेरी 7 घंटे की ड्यूटी है, टाइम से जाना, टाइम से आना, और बच्चों को अपना टाइम देना।
Thank you so much, Meena.
थैंक यू मैम।
Thank you. And I would like to share with everyone that Meena, I met Meena in last year in November when I was coming back from the airport, and I thought I'll take a woman's cab. And Meena happened to be my, partner in the drive from airport to my home. And as we say that our stories, our inspiration is every time curated. So we curate fellows from anywhere. We've curated fellows in the pubs, in the clubs, in the malls, in the airports, or in the cabs. So Meena's story is so beautiful. And at that time, she was driving a cab. And she told me that day, and 1 year, and today she's driving the DTC bus. And इसने मीना ने मुझे बोला कि मैम मेरे को एक दिन DTC बस चलानी है और मैं चलाऊंगी. And 4-5 months back, she sent me her video of the bus that she was driving. And that's how we curate unsung heroes. We keep our eyes open. If I keep our, inspiration open, there are people around this country that are doing some stellar work. So thank you, Meena, for being who you are and doing what you're doing. And Anupama ji is going to confer the award to you. Thank you so much, Meena, for all the inspiration that you get on board.
Okay.
Over to Murtaza. Yeah, Murtaza Tinwala, over to you. 1 minute. Please try and stick to 1 minute, each one of you. Otherwise, we're going to be heavily delayed, and I don't want to delay each one of you in this beautiful November evening. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Murtaza.
So
Congratulations.
thank you, Team Rest. Thank you, Mr. Mendonza, for getting me on this platform. Since the time is less, I would like to Mr. Zohair Diwan to take this opportunity to talk about our journey. Zohair, can you talk about our journey, Zohair? Taking the opportunity of my time and your time.
Yeah.
Hello.
So never mind, Murtaza. We'll come back to Zohair a little later. And moving on, thank you so much. And we know that you've been doing some great work during COVID times. Never mind, Zohair will acknowledge that. Bittu, are you there?
Yeah.
Hello. Hanji.
Hanji, Bittu Sondi ji. Over to you. Bittu Sondi is one of the Maharatnas again. And Bittu ji is going to confer the award to Nehal. Nehal, stay ready. I would request each one of you to stick to your timelines. Otherwise, the program will go on. I have no problems in going on till forever, but I know your evenings are very important. It's a weekend Saturday. Over to you, Bittu ji.
Thank you very much, Itu. पहले तो good evening, नमस्ते सबको जितने हैं, congratulations. और जेरी, ईतू, आपको सबको मुबारक हो 20 साल के. ये बहुत अच्छी जर्नी रही आप लोगों के साथ. मैंने 2009 में भी ये किया था और 2019 में मेरे को कर्मवीर महारत्ना मिला था. एंड मैं बहुत प्राउड फील कर रहा हूँ कि बिकॉज मैं एक स्पोर्ट्समैन हूँ और मैं इस चीज से मतलब कि हम लोग जो छोटे छोटे एफर्ट हम करते हैं अपने अपने एंड पे, जैसे मेरा एक बाइक है बिट्टू बाइक वाला. आई एम द लकीस्ट पर्सन कि दुनिया में बिट्टू बाइक वाला एक ही है. आज जो मेरा ड्रीम था वो मेरी पहचान बन चुका है. और इसी के साथ मैं बाइक फॉर पीस मैंने गांधी स्पीकीज के साथ किया, बाइक फॉर गर्ल चाइल्ड किया. मैं अपनी बाइक के साथ ही अपने छोटे छोटे एफर्ट करता रहता हूँ. तो मैं बहुत प्राउड फील कर रहा हूँ कि ये अवार्ड मेरे को दिया जा रहा है. और थैंक यू वेरी मच. मैं मीरा जी अभी जो बात कर रही थी मैं उनसे बात से सहमत हूँ कि जब आपको बेचारा फील किया जाता है ना, आई एम द कैंसर पेशेंट. तो जब मेरी टांग काटने की बात हुई तो मेरे को बड़ा बेचारा फील कराया जाता था कि मैं जैसे बेचारा बन गया. तो मेरे को बेचारा नहीं बनना था. तो इसीलिए एक डेडिकेशन थी वो जो मेरी बाइक ने मेरे को पूरी की. और आज मैं अपने आप को इतना प्राउड फील करता हूँ कि आज जो मेरी पहचान है वो बिट्टू बाइक वाला की है। थैंक यू वेरी मच। गॉड इज ग्रेट। गॉड ने मेरे को सब चीज दिया और इसी की बदौलत और जेरी और इन पूरी टीम को जो उन्होंने मेरे को रिकॉग्नाइज किया इस चीज के लिए, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you so much, Bittuji. Vulnerability is the place, it's a trigger point, it's a striker from where heroes emerge, from where beauty emerges, from where power emerges. So in the Rex Karmaveer Global Fellowship parlance, we say that vulnerability is a power, it's not a weakness. हमारी weakness नहीं रहती है। जब हम vulnerable, down in the dumps, dark place में होते हैं, तो वो हमारे को शक्ति देती है कि हम उभरें, उठें और अपने अंदर के हीरो को निकालें। That is why the hero in me can stand out. So बिट्टू जी, आप निहाल अहमद को कॉन्फर कर रहे हैं, आप इनको अवार्ड दे रहे हैं। Over to you, Nihal.
All the best. All the best.
Yeah. Over to you, Nihal. Are you there?
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm really lucky at this young age. I'm getting this award. This is my second award on my book, and I wrote a book called Nothing Will Be Forgotten. And apart from that, I'm a researcher. I'm a researcher in cinema from my university called Jamia. But I always look for the stories, like how Itu was talking about Mina's story, and Mina was telling her story. So even I also look for such story, and I do write for big newspapers such as Hindu, Telegraph. So I would give you three examples. One, I wrote about a school teacher who's a geography teacher, but who is giving training to girl child and from a small village of Bihar, and those girls went abroad to play in international matches. Then another story I wrote, which is about a chaiwala who sits in Delhi, who wrote 30 books so far. And then recently I just wrote, the story is in process, that a mother who came from Kerala, and she's in a very tough condition while having a baby. She finished her PhD while holding her baby inside the campus. University, her baby was in the campus all the time, and in a way her baby was grown up by whole campus. So all these stories I do write, and I believe in sharing such stories to the world, where I personally do not get any gain, but I love to tell people to get inspired. And thank you so much, everyone. So many happy faces. I'm missing that we are doing this virtually. I wish we could have met personally. That was my biggest, wish when I come to know about this award. I was not very happy that I'll get the award. I was more happy that we all meet different people, different set of ideas, different set of dialogues. So of course we are missing, but still I'm very happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nihal. Inshallah, हम अगले साल जरूर मिलेंगे 2023 में, November 26. Date संभाल के रखिएगा, block कर लीजिए. So Nihal, this is what we celebrate. We mainstream the unsung heroes, we mainstream these stories, because inspiration can come from 7 to 75. That is the age limit for us. That's from anybody. Even a child could be a hero and could bring in inspiration and learning. So as I was telling earlier, that at our forum, it's not the medal or the trophy or the certificate that is celebrated. It's the learning, all the learning, and learning to learn is the only concept that takes us forward. Learning to learn and continuous development, Kaizen, is what we celebrate at the Rex Karmaveer and all our programs and initiatives that we do. So thank you, Nihal, for bringing in stories, or Nothing Will Be Forgotten is a story about the women of Shaheen Bagh. And that movement, that peaceful movement of Shaheen Bagh, where we conferred again the award to all the women for standing for something and not giving up. So thank you, Nihal. Keep writing and keep inspiring. Thank you so much. We move on to Bobby. And Bobby, we have been enthralled by your song. And I would like to request that if you could take 1 minute to speak about yourself and 1 minute to sing, that would be a great idea.
Okay, I thought I was through with singing. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Over to Bobby. And Bobby has also been the Maharatna of cohort of 2019 and has been with us for 20 years. So Bobby, here we go. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Well, what should I say? First of all, 20 years That's 2 decades. And I'm very, very blessed that I've been part of the journey of Karmaveer Rex for all these years. And you have been such an encouragement to me, especially Jerry, and later on, E2, I've connected with you. But thank you. I'm just a country boy. I'm a country music artist, and I'm kind of different from a lot of people. But you guys saw something about me, something in my heart. And for me, music is a very precious, beautiful gift from God, but it's more than that. It's like a mission for me that, you know, every time I sing, I want people to smile. I want to put a smile on somebody's face, and to somehow make it easier for people in life's journey. And it's kind of singing with a purpose, you know. And sometimes I've done it in a much bigger, deeper way. You know, I've been involved with many different causes, you know. In fact, there was a point of time I actually started a school for underprivileged children. And, you know, with my family's help, and we did a lot of good with a lot of kids. But then, you know, somehow I've always opened my life and my talent to be used for something more than just making a living. I mean, this is the way I've been making a living for many years, but something much more, to be available, like I say, to make somebody smile. And I mean, I've been involved with quite a few things, you know, especially with kids, underprivileged kids, and empowering, you know, for educational empowerment and all that kind of stuff. And I think that what I was doing was, though it was very, very kind of without any hue, cry, or dance, but Rex recognized this something in my heart. And I know that they even gave me many platforms to be able to kind of do what I do best with my guitar and my voice, but for a cause and purpose. And I still keep doing the little good I can, but I tell you that little, all of us doing it together. Like I sang in that song, it just makes a whole big lot of difference in many, many lives. So thank you for having me here today, making me sing that old beautiful Karmaveer song, and congratulations to all the winners this year. You are winners not because you got the award, but because it's the way you live your lives and what you do and how you do it. It's not just what we do, it's about how we do it. I see the passion, I see the love, I see the commitment. And an award like this, it's just, it makes that passion, that commitment, and that zeal get a little bit better. So thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you again, and to Rex, and especially to Jerry, who's far away from us right now. We miss you, Jerry. Thank you, E2, for conducting this so beautifully, and all of you people who I haven't seen all of you, but you sure are beautiful, all of you. God bless you. Now, what would you like me to sing? I mean, you don't want me to sing the same song again?
Anything else? Anything, Bobby?
I mean, anything.
Yeah, I'll sing anything.
All right, let me sing a song. This is
I've been walking these streets so long, I'm singing the same old song. I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Broadway. Hustle's the name of the game, and nice guys get washed away like the snow and the rain. There's been a lot of compromise on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining at me, like a rhinestone cowboy. Stars where I only go. life through. For I can't help falling in love with you. Let's sing this again, and this is for all of you with love. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Thank you. Love you all.
Thank you so much, Bobby. And Bobby has
I
been.
want to add one thing, Bobby. Thank you so much. You got the vibe going. You got everyone's energy up. God bless you. Yeah.
All right.
God bless you. God bless
So-
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
In 2020, we also conceptualized another song, Ke Sara Sara. Please go and find it on the YouTube, and it's there on our page also, which we recreated again. Bobby recreated that song again for us. And Bobby's had a beautiful journey of a missionary passiopreneur, truly, from a very humble beginning from Dehradun to being the most coveted country singer in the world is a big deal. And Jerry has been absolute inspiration, humble, person who's been with us every time we tell him to do whatever. He's always there singing. And thank you so much for great energy that you brought into us. Bobby, you're going to confer the award to Ralph. Ralph, are you there? And Parvi, please be ready. Sorry, Nita.
Nita, all right.
No,
Well,
yeah.
Nita,
So Nita, are you there?
is she there? You're getting this from the man himself.
Nita, are you there?
Nita's my wife. She's there, I think, but we can receive it together. And we're really, really privileged, Bobby.
Well, you know,
So, yeah.
I think about early 2000s, the press in Australia, they gave me a tag that said, "This is the Indian cowboy, 1 in a billion."
Yes.
No, we are more than a billion. So you're getting this from 1 in a billion. But I tell you, this one is very, very special because this is Karmaveer, and I'm very, very proud as well as a very humble recipient of this. And it is my pleasure to confer this to Nita. And
Thank you, Bobby.
I think this is going to bring a lot of pleasure and strength and a fresh meaning to what you do, as it did to me many years back. I don't know, it's the award trophy. It's kind of online, but I have that old beautiful figurine. I still have it with me, but whatever it is, the name is Karmaveer, and that makes you a very, very special person, one among many, many billions in the world.
Thank you so much, Bobby. Thank you so much.
So Bobby,
Thank you so much.
these 21 people are being initiated into the fraternity, into the fold, into the family. So they get a blue medal because it's online, and they are going to be part of the hierarchy. You keep doing your work, and as you all know that we have a hierarchy of all awards.
Oh, but
Keep doing
will
the
they get
work.
something? Will they get something in like
Yes,
a hard
they will
copy?
get
What do you
this
call a
medal.
hard copy? of
Yeah, no,
this?
they will get, yes, they will get this medal, a hard copy, and of course the certificate. And next year when we all meet, then they'll go into the hierarchy and they'll get the next one.
God willing,
So
we'll meet,
congratulations.
we'll meet in person
Thank
next year,
you.
and we are part of one special family.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Welcome to the family.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Nita and Ralph. To
And
both
Anne,
of
thank
you.
you for your appreciation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So Nita, are you going to speak for 1 minute?
Yes, firstly, thank you so much for welcoming us into the fold, into the family. And I think I believe in this philosophy that we rise by lifting others. And the COVID chaos gave me one such opportunity to probably be the best version of myself and, serve humankind alongside my husband, Ralph Craven. I guess we were all into it and we all came out victorious. I would like to also take this opportunity to thank Vivek and Suhani Mendonca and Mendonca Foundation, who kept encouraging us to continue this humanitarian endeavor. And above all, to Almighty for making me a medium and to serve and walk His way and glorify His name. Thank you so much. I'm truly humbled, honored, blessed, and privileged, and won't take it lightly. And I'll continue doing my best to the best of my abilities. Thank you so much and have a great evening ahead. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Neeta. Congratulations. And Parvi. Parvi is also going to be conferred the award. Parvi is part of our Rex Karmaveer Global Fellowship community, the youth community that we created in 2019. She got the first award in IIT Delhi when we partnered with IIT Delhi. And Parvi has also been part of the creative team. So all the creatives that you see are a team effort by Avinash, Aniket, and Parvi. So Parvi is doing some fabulous work. Over to you, Parvi. Your 1 minute starts now.
Namaste, everyone. Being a part of Rex is a blessing, ma'am. And जब भी हम क्रिएटिव बनाते हैं, कुछ भी काम करते हैं, वहाँ पे हमें बहुत सारी इंस्पिरेशनल स्टोरीज के हम काफी सब पढ़ते हैं, और वो सारी स्टोरीज जो है हमें मोटिवेट करती हैं. आप सभी हमें मोटिवेट करते हैं. And by profession, I am an entrepreneur, and by heart, I am a volunteer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Parvi. You've been a great volunteer and a great support, great energy you get into the fold. Thank you so much for being who you are. And thank you so much for all the learning you get us. We move on to Mr. Gogia. Are you there? Mr. Gogia is our Maharatna Fellow. Again, been with us for all 20 years and brings in beautiful, stellar story that nothing, no disability, nothing in life can hinder you and stop you from whatever energy and work that you need to carry on. Is Mr. Gogia around? I am trying to look for him. No. I can't see him. So I'm moving to Kaizad. Moving to Kaizad. Kaizad, we're going to bring you onto the main screen. Are you there, Kaizad?
Yes, I am.
Kaizad, over
Hello.
to you. Kaizad is also our Maharatna from cohort of 2020. Kaizad, your story has been with us, and let's hear from you. I'm not going to say anything today.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be back as part of the Karmaveer family and festivities again. And every time we take part in this, it's very humbling because we see the kind of work that everybody is doing, and that's very, very humbling from my point of view. The work that I do and have been recognized for through the Karmaveer platform has a lot to do with issues of gender, particularly gender sensitization, and trying to bring some sort of end to gender-based violence. I remember about almost 10 years ago when I first spoke at the Rex Conclave in Delhi, talked about violence, and at that time we thought that we were making some strides forward. And unfortunately, in these last several years, and particularly compounded by the pandemic, the challenges of trying to end gender-based violence have become even more complicated, even more necessary. And just to be very blunt, the cases of gender-based violence are rising disproportionately. I will end by saying that, one of the things that we learned from the pandemic is that when there is something that affects a lot of the human population, we see that people go into motion to stop that harm, as we did with COVID. I think we succeeded remarkably in many places. In some, we could have done better, but the idea was that we all got together to deal with something. And I remember 11 years ago when I spoke at the Rex Conclave, I said that given that violence against women affects 1 out of every 3 women on the planet and 1 out of every 2 women in India, It means that we have over 1 billion women across the globe and about 200 to 250 million women in India who have been victims of some form of psychological or sexual violence. I don't understand why we do not treat that as a pandemic in need of urgent address and remediation. Again, congratulations to all the winners today. And I think everybody needs to keep doing the work that they're doing, because the challenges, unfortunately, are not going away anytime soon. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Kaizad. And Kaizad is an artist and an actor nominated for Emmys, and he does some brilliant work. And Kaizad, in the beginning, I just said that, you know, we keep doing our endeavor and by recognizing people who are doing work. And we've also instituted 2 more awards for women and mothers and girl child, so that we take the legacy forward and we are able to recognize more and more women who are working towards creating an egalitarian world, a better world, and a resilience that is required to withstand the harshness that we have around us. So thank you so much. Kaizad, you would be conferring the award to Kuasia Diganwala. Kuasia, are you there?
Yes.
So each one of you will get your medal in person, and we will send your certificates online. So that will happen. Over to you, Kuasia Diganwala. Over to you.
Yeah. So it's Kusai.
My apologies.
No issues.
My apologies.
No issues. So thank you very much for this particular opportunity by VGG and Mr. Jerry, and thank you very much, Mr. Vivek Mendonca, to give this opportunity to be in this organization like this. I also want to thank Mr. Zohair Diwan for giving us a platform called Nash. Never ever sleep. Nobody ever sleeps hungry. And in the times of COVID, we actually distributed more than 10 lakh meals. And we also made sure that all the volunteers who were distributing these meals would have their PPT kit, their mask, their gloves. And we actually did our level best to feed people in these very challenging times of COVID. With us, there were around 500 volunteers, including Mr. Murtuza Tenwala and our distribution team, which was Ralph Kevin and team. So thank you very much for your services.
Thank you so much for creating a better world and taking care of humanity during very tough times, and that will be learned. And on the lighter note, your name is a little longer. My name is just 4 letters, and
so on a very serious note, you have done your level best while pronouncing my name, because people mispronounce it. They say actually Kasai also. So you actually pronounced it in a much more better way. So yeah, thank you very much for it.
Sorry about that once again, but learning to learn, and the learning shall go on. I shall keep this learning on. So on that note, I am going to ask Kaizad also to confer the award to Savio. Over to you, Savio. Savio, are you there?
Yes. Hi.
Over to you, Savio. So you're getting the award from Kaizad.
Right. Well, my name is Savio Mascarenas, and I work with the LGBTQI+ community for over 6 years now. I have worked for them in ways because I've gone through a lot of hardship myself, coming from the same community. And so I realized there's a lot of things that, people are left out while growing, which could probably enable them to be better individuals. So because of that, I started to, do a course for modeling for all these people, which was just a reason. The real reason was to enable them so that, they could represent themselves better in the community or around the world. So we did a lot of classes and training for how to do your makeup, how to, have telephone etiquettes, how to sit on a dining table and have dining etiquettes, and a lot of other things which are important for people to accept you for who you are. Because usually the moment you walk in the room, people sense that you are different and they hold you as a target. So I've had 6 pageants by now, and I have had over 300 people whom we have trained. Besides that, I have also, in the pandemic, provided meals to a lot of LGBT and straight allies from around Mumbai, Nasik, Pune. Not more, just about 300 meals is what we were able to manage with the donations that I got. I've been working for the community in doing HIV testing and providing them with opportunities so that if they're positive, we take them through the government and provide them with free, medication for life, which the government already provides, but we just try to connect them. So I've been doing that. I have, through means of plays and theater, done some plays, written some and produced and directed them, where we talk about sensitizing the straight world about what it is to be, gay, and the forced marriages and other issues that, concern this community. And lately, we just had a short film that we created during the pandemic, which talks about safety and, how to be safe during sex so that you have a, a positive and a wonderful life. So a lot I'm still learning, and I'm very happy that both Itu and Jerry have given me this opportunity, to be with all these wonderful people who are really amazing, and for the work that you all do. So thank you so much, both of you, and thanks again for this beautiful award.
Thank you so much, Savio. Keep making the world a better place. We are an egalitarian platform, so everyone is alike, and everyone's energy and work together as one, we can right every wrong. So you are part of the movement and making the world a better place. Thank you so much, and congratulations. With that, we move to Latika. And Latika Nath is called the Tiger Princess of India. She's an ecologist and a conservation person who's also a photographer and author. I'm not going to say more. Latika, over to you. And you would be conferring the award to Sohini. Sohini Roy Chaudhary, please be ready. Sohini, Latika, are you there? Latika Nath, are you there? Latika is a Maharatna from 2019 cohort. Let me just give me a moment. Latika, are you there? I don't see her. Vandana, I see you. Where are you? How are you? And unmute yourself. So Vandana, you're going to do the honors of conferring the award to Sohini. Over to you, Vandana. Vandana is a fiery, stellar lawyer. Rest, Vandana is going to talk about it. She's also the Maharatna of the cohort of 2019. Over to you, Vandana.
Hi, good evening. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, of course.
Hi. Thank you, Itu, for having me here. And it's really a privilege and a pleasure. And, I just want to say that my journey was encouraged a lot by non-judgmental people like Jerry. And, I work towards breaking stereotypes for women going through divorce, to destigmatize divorce. The BBC has made a documentary about my work. Of course, Jerry has recognized it with an award and also with the Maharatna. I was hearing, so I said, here's my award, which is lying here with this thing, and rest is all hung up in my office. And I just feel that, my journey is now a complete circle. And I started as a litigant in divorce. And today, if I may say myself, I'm one of India's leading divorce lawyers. I'm also an author. You can read about me and the books I've written. And I write for the Huffington Post, Dainik Bhaskar, BBC, amongst others. I am mindful of the 2 minutes that we have been asked to speak. Because I do this in front of the judge and I say, no, just 2 minutes. And then he looks at the time. So I just want to say that I also set up India's first divorce group for people going through divorce, and it's a non-judgmental support group. That's why I really appreciate what Karmaveer has done, because y'all are completely non-judgmental. And you know, at a bad phase of your life, that's all that you need. I was listening to Savio and I was listening to Kaizad, and you know, he talks about gender-based violence. So during the pandemic, you know, I set up a helpline just for a month for women going through violence in their marriage, because the abuse really increased during the pandemic. So, you know, we got to learn a lot. We helped a lot of women. And also, I started speaking much more about, you know, the LGBTQI community. And, you know, I was at the forefront to help also in Section 377. So that's all that I'm doing today. And all I want to say is thank you again. And I'm grateful to my parents and to the Lord up above for giving me what I need to be at this space in my life. So I'd like to, you know, congratulate the new winner of the award, and I'll hand over to them to hear what all are.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vandana. Thank you so much for all the fieriness and the conviction that you get into the forge.
That doesn't go away. I thought as I grow older, it will go. No, it's become even more.
No, keep the passion going, keep the fire burning, ignite the fire, as we say, you know, one fire ignited lights up hundreds and hundreds of candles around. So we need that. Thank you so much for the work you're doing.
So much.
Sohini, are you there?
Yes, yeah.
Sohini, over to you. Let's hear from you. 1 minute. Your 1 minute starts now. Thank you.
Namaste, all of you. Thank you very much, A2. Thank you, Jerry, for making me part of this wonderful award function. And congratulations for 20 years of your institution. And thank you for the empathy that you create, and you make the world definitely a better place. I'm Sohini Roy Chaudhary. I dance for my supper. I'm a performer. I have also 2 books, the new one, Dancing with the Gods by Roli, and the second, which is going to be launched at the Jaipur Lit Fest on 22nd January 2023, is Indian Stage Stories, where I've put in my stage experiences to explore empathy, to explore the connectedness of the human race. As our mantra is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one. And it's all about inclusivity, empathy, and kindness to one another. My dance is my instrument to spread empathy, and my activism, it's the storm in my soul. And I've worked with 14 different countries. I am a visiting professor with 18 universities actually in Europe. And my troupe members who dance Bharatanatyam come from 14 different countries, one of them being Farah Daoud from Iraq, and another Kristina Veselinova from Bulgaria. And they've danced on the best of stages in India to cut open and destroy the concept of cultural appropriation, which is a very evil and a very stupid concept and phrase that I've heard all over the world. So I believe in empathy and kindness and spreading it with my work. Sohini Moksha World Dance and Communications is my troupe, is my organization, and I'm also a trustee with Little Big Help, which is for marginalized children in Kolkata, headquartered in Denmark. I work with marginalized children in India as their mentor and teacher, because it's our shared commitment and dream that our next crop of artists will be from among them, because I do not believe in the elite economic module in art. I also worked with sex workers and their children, Apne Aap, and have done productions with them. I work with the women inmates and the children of the Baikula and Thane jail in Mumbai, and also in Jaipur, the deaf and mute abandoned girl children and orphans. In India, my teaching and mentorship is only for the marginalized section, because I feel the regular kids can go to other teachers. There are many of them. And I would like to end this by saying the quote of a very medieval poet in Bengal, Boru Chondi Das, who said, "Shobar upore manush sotto, tahar upore nai," which means humanity is the greatest of all order. There's nothing beyond. So let's spread and celebrate empathy as the next virus in the world forever. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sohini. That was absolutely inspiring and stunning array of work that you do. Keep dancing and making the world a better place. Keep dancing to the tunes that you have adopted yourself. And as we say that, we don't call our heroes the change makers, we call them champions of change, because they are out there to change mindset. They're out there to change the world, to change the perception of the world. And of course, with empathy. Empathy is a power. So we say at Rex Karmaveer, I change to change the world. I change to change the society. I change to change the world around me. And the change starts from me. So thank you so much. And we move, congratulations as well. Look forward to meeting all of you in the next year in person. We move on to Mandira. Mandira is in US right now. And Mandira is also our Rex Karmaveer Maharatna, the cohort of 2020, of 2019. Mandira, are you there? Over to you. I'm not going to anything.
I'm here.
Let Mandira speak and dance about her work.
Thank you, Itu. Going on to 21 years for you and 11 years for me being associated with Rex. Greetings to everyone and congratulations. Honored, humbled, grateful to be here. Jerry found me many years ago, 11 years ago, because of a particular healing module that I conducted and still do, called Spiritual Belly Dancing. I learned belly dancing in Iraq, and I have been blessed with the opportunity of using this dance to help empower women and help women center themselves so that they can contribute, take care of themselves and contribute more to their various roles in life. It has been part of my journey of self-empowerment as well. I now practice as a metaphysical practitioner and therapist, working with body, mind, and emotions, facilitating people to heal themselves, to release past trauma, to undo their conditioning so that they can be more present and enjoy, discover and enjoy their own gifts and talents, and thereby contribute in a better way to our world. And it's a privilege to be that instrument of change for myself, for others. Yes, and lots of work supporting women, supporting girl children. At every point of my life, I'm supporting at least one young woman to fulfill her dreams. Currently, a young woman who's finishing college and also training with the Frankfurt College for other skills. So I'm supporting her through college and her training. And I'm in the US now for a new project. So life goes on, learning goes on. Thank you. Enough said.
Thank you so much, Mandira. Mandira has been an instrument of learning for me as well as a life coach, and in some of the work that synergizes with the work that she is doing. And Mandira has also been one of our chief curators in the last few years. She has been curating heroes like you all to come into the fold. And thank you, Mandira, for beautiful energy that you get in. Mandira, you would be conferring the award to Sonam Kalra. Sonam is a legendary singer. And Sonam, over to you. Your 1 minute starts now for you to speak. I'm not going to take anybody's minutes. Over to you, Sonam.
I hope my mic is unmuted, Itu.
You're unmuted now.
You can hear me?
So before you begin, Sonam, some, admin job I'm going to talk to you. Are you going to sing for us live from home? You've reached home, I think so.
I know, but I'm not. I literally walked in a few seconds ago and I'm not hooked up.
You have still some minutes to go if you can. Otherwise, we'll do.
No, I'd love it if you played the video, because the video is so powerful and sort of explains what I do, Itu, which you know.
Now. We'll stick to what we had thought.
Yeah, very, very quickly, I want to say thank you to Itu and Jerry for the honor that you're bestowing upon me, but even more importantly than what you are doing by honoring each one of us, I want to honor you, and I want to thank you for the incredible work that you do as an organization and as individuals. It's so special to be connected, to understand that we, all of us, the Karmaveers that we are today, and you, we resonate with a very simple, I think, thought, at least I believe to be a very simple thought, that each of us has the power to use our lives, our unique individual voice, our truths to make a change. We understand that the strongest tool we have at our disposal is this life that we are given, and we can go out there and we can make a difference, no matter how small. We must have our lives mean something by giving back, by impacting society for good. I am a singer, and I knew very early on that when I became a musician that I didn't want to just sing for entertainment. I wanted to be a musician with a message. And all of my music is centered around the theme of unity, diversity, inclusion, and acceptance. I created the Sufi Gospel Project, which blends the many voices of faith to try and create a universal voice of faith, but also to try and create, through my music, a narrative which talks of a world without borders, without gender, without labels, a place where many different faiths and truths can flow seamlessly into each other. I also, in this space, I work a lot with women's organizations. I sing for women empowerment. I work with cancer charities. I work with animal charities, which are very important to me, with children's charities. I've just come back, in fact, and I feel it important to share this with you, from singing for the institution of the Kamla Bhasin Award. She was a great pioneer in the space of women's empowerment and spreading love in the world. And I was able to sing for her. I had sung with her when Eve Ensler had come down. So, you know, to be able to share my music, my voice, my truth at platforms like this, where you can impact change, where you can shift one mindset, one note at a time, is very, very important to me. And I hope that I continue with your encouragement and with all the wonderful, inspiring people that I continue to meet in this wonderful journey called life. I hope I continue to be inspired and to create more impact, to change people's hatred into love.
Thank you, Sonam. Thank you, Sonam, for that wonderful message of love. And that's what we need in the world that is divisive and needs a lot of love. And
thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to you, Sonam. Thank you.
Thank you.
The family and the fraternity and the world.
Thank you. If you're going to play the video, may I just set it up for you very quickly in terms of the narrative, what it means?
Yeah, a little later. I'm just going to, just 2-3 more awards are left.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
We are running late. We had some technical glitches in the beginning. I'm going to be inviting Mahabano Modi Kotwal. The name.
Oh, how lovely.
Yes, Mahabano has been our stalwart, has been with us for 20 years. Mahabano brings this beautiful, warm energy. And I love you, Mahabano. So welcome, Mahabano. I'm not going to say anything. Over to you to say everything about women and being women and the wonderful work that you do.
Thank you, and congratulations. Congratulations to all the award winners. And I want to say why this award is particularly important and credible, because a lot of times I myself have been asked if I would pay 4 lakhs or 40 lakhs for an award. And therefore, when I see the pictures of all these famous celebrities getting awards, I'm a little cynical about those. So this is a very special award. You've not paid anything for it. In fact, you've been recognized for the work that you do. And I think that is fantastic. My work with actually with women's empowerment started through theater. And it's amazing, but there's something surreal. The first time I did theater professionally was at the age of 44. And since then, I've always been drawn to women-centric roles. So all my plays have been women-centric. Some of them have been, many of them have been monologues. And of course, like you, the vagina monologues, which we brought, Kaizad and I brought to India, we are also celebrating our 21st year next year.
Oh, great.
So, yeah. And we've worked with a lot of NGOs. We've also started our own little foundation called the Make a Difference Foundation, where we first started out by helping shelters for battered and abused women. When Jane Fonda and Marissa Tomei came with Eve Ensler and helped us raise lakhs of rupees for shelters and battered and abused women. At that time, Kamla Bhasin was also there in Delhi, and we had gone there to perform. Since then, we've also helped individuals of abuse, like an acid attack victim. And you know, somehow, I feel that all these jumlas of Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao is rubbish. I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone, but it is total rubbish. Because if the Beti is not allowed to live beyond the womb, how can you padhao her? You first have to bachao her, and only then can you proceed to padhao her. I mean, imagine that a child is not allowed to live beyond the womb just because she's a woman. And I've seen this through the camps, whether it is Malabar Hill or whether it is the Basti or wherever. Like just yesterday I was counting, there were 6 horrendous crimes against women on one page in a paper. 6, and nobody does anything. Where are the NGOs? They say there are 400, there is one NGO per 400 people. I've been told that. Where are the NGOs? Why are they not asking for accountability from the ministers of women and children's welfare, from the Women's Commission? Where are they? What are they doing? In fact, with certain NGOs, we personally have had extremely bad experiences. I won't go into the details of that here, but they've been very, very humiliating. There's a false sense of entitlement that some of them have, that because they do this work, they should be given this and that, and according to what they dictate. Well, I'm raising the money and I don't listen to that. We give to people who we feel are needy and who are in need. Like even during the COVID, we helped 20 COVID victims, little children, orphans. We helped some girl who was living on the street. We paid for her school, for her telephone, because there were online classes. And I feel that if each one of us just took care of our house help, if she's a woman, and looked after her family, there really would be a ripple effect, There really would be, but we don't have the time. We don't have the inclination. I'm sorry to say, but Indians as a people are not very giving as far as money is concerned. Every year we have to go around with a begging bowl, asking for help. And I find that a little, absurd, because the minute you talk about abuse towards women, you ask for education, somebody is willing to help. The minute you ask for abuse or rape victims, the screen comes between you and the donor. They don't want to get involved over there. So I request all of you who are award winners today and who have already received awards, please do something for the women of India. Because unless you do that, we are in a downward spiral. I'm sorry to end this on a sad note like this, but that's how I feel.
No. Thank you so much, Mahabano. As always said that, we have one forum where there is freedom to speak and freedom to address the ideas, facts, and these are facts. And we love you for that, Mahabano. Your work in theater and your work in the social development sector and your work in the social work always speaks of, and you stand for it, even be it in your social media posts, everything. So thank you so much for getting that energy, and that, we have to speak about what is not right. And that is why together as one, we can right every wrong. And thank you so much, Mahabano, for also touching upon the fact that, the Rex Karmaveer Global Fellowship Award and Fellowship is, you cannot buy the award. You have to work for it. And that is why we have a hierarchy. You get once, you don't think that you will, if you keep doing the good work that you're doing, then you rise in the hierarchy. But if you don't, then you fall on your own. And that is why we're trying to create communities. And that is why also no sponsorship. Our fellows support us, our fellows help us, and we go on. We're very organic, we're very at the grassroots level. And it just takes the energy of people like you all to carry the baton and to carry the work forward. The money cannot buy what we have been told to believe in the media and by people. So thank you so much for work and the energy that you get. Mahabano, you're going to confer the award to Suhani Mendonca. Suhani, are you there? Over to you.
I'm very much here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Suhani.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Heartiest congratulations. 2 decades, 20 years of service to humanity. Itu and Jerry, you guys are absolutely rock stars. You are absolutely amazing. Well, I am Suhani Mendonca, the project director of Mendonca Foundation, and we work on various causes such as education to the rural children, doing cleft lip palate surgeries for children who are born in economically challenged backgrounds. We do financial literacy, skill development for our women from the slums. And just it's so amazing to see that just by giving them a tiny support, they end up being solopreneurs. And it was so heartening to see that these women were the ones who were supporting their families during the time we were hit by COVID and we were all stuck at home during lockdown. So we proudly call them Shiros, and we honored each of them with a Shiro Award from our Mendonça Foundation. Well, the reason I have been invited here today is because of the work that we did during COVID, that is distributing daily essential kits and hygiene kits. And it was amazing to see that how many number of people joined us in our movement. And we could actually touch more than almost 5 lakh people. So it was, I'm really, really grateful and thankful, firstly, to Dr. Vivek Mendonça, who's my husband, and the director of Mendonça Foundation, who supported us on every little step of the way. And we could see to it that we could support as many people as possible during those harsh times. I would like to say that one thing I've always seen, and ever since a child, ever since the time I started my journey as a social worker when I was 15, and this month is a very special month for me because it's my birthday month. It was my birthday yesterday, and today is my brother's birthday, so extremely special. And today also we did a financial literacy workshop for our women from the slums. And I really feel wherever I go, whatever work we do, I feel kindness exists, and it exists in each and every one of us. We just need for us to feel ourselves inside and bring that kindness out and help as many people as possible. So that's why at Mendonça Foundation, we say that we change the way the world handles neediness by putting resources into organizations, pioneers, and thoughts. And I really would like to thank each one of us. And it's an honor to be a part of this August gathering and to be a part amongst such wonderful people who are doing such brilliant work. And I have to thank you, Itu, that I'm getting the award from Mahabanu, because I'm a great fan of hers. I have seen Vagina Monologues, God knows how many times. So this is a fantastic birthday gift for me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you, Suhani, Dr. Suhani. And thank you so much for the work you're doing. And I'd like to make it clear to everyone that we do not recognize organizations. We recognize people behind organizations, individuals who work. And that is why all the people in Mendonça Foundation that have been doing some stellar work have been recognized. Thank you so much.
I would just like to say one more thing, that Karmaveer, I was really looking forward to the offline meet, and I am going to work even more harder so that the next year on 26 November 23 I shall be there. Because learning is something which is so important, which you have been talking about since the beginning, Itu, and that's something which I really would want to do.
Yeah, and as we say in our Rex Karmaveer, that it's a responsibility and a trusteeship that we are giving to you to keep making the world a better place, keep doing the work, keep continuously developing, keep learning, and keep sharing, and keep being the champion of change. With that, I move to Mark. Congratulations, Suhani. I move to Mark Parkinson. Mark is one of the founding members and one of our co-founders at the Rex Karmaveer. He brings in a lot of learning experience from various sectors that he's been part of. Over to you, Mark.
Namaste. I actually think that there's been a bit of a mistake, and I've actually found myself in the wrong place this afternoon. I shaved my head specially because I actually thought I was coming online for an interview with AirAsia. But anyway, it's lovely to see everybody, and it's always a wonderful occasion when Karmaveer awardees come together. people have used various words here today: community, family. The word that resonates particularly with me is tribe, and a sense for me that when I first started meeting Karmaveer awardees, I felt like I'd found my tribe, and I still feel it today. And you know, when I hear the amazing work that so many of my fellow Karmaveer awardees are doing, it sends shudders down my spine, and it just reminds me why it's such a pleasure to be a part of this company. Mahabanu, you apologized for being cynical. I don't think you're cynical. We're living in a very cynical world, and the world is pretty cynical. But I think your views and your perspectives are actually quite refreshing, and there is nothing wrong with calling that cynicism out, and shining a light where it needs to be shone. On which note, I'm thoroughly enjoying at the moment being trolled by a few people for daring to speak against the World Cup, and to say that I want nothing to do with it, and I do not even care if my own country goes on and wins it. I think it's a disgusting spectacle, and I found myself reminded, if there were people in the world who in 1936 dared to speak up against Hitler's hosting of the Olympics in Berlin in 1936, they probably were also told things like, oh, no, don't mix politics with sport. No, they don't belong together. Just, you know, find some other platform to raise those issues. They don't belong here. Let us just enjoy the sport. Yeah, I disagree. Sonamji, I don't know, you may not remember, but we have actually met, and it was around 12 years ago when I enjoyed a wonderful performance of yours at the Sri Ram School. And I still remember how moved I was by that performance, and by the wonderful fusion of musical genres and the way that you brought it together. And it was a mesmerizing evening, as I say, 12 years ago, I reckon.
Thank you, Mark.
But I still remember it so much. And for our tribe, you know, going back to that issue of cynicism, I've had a few interviews recently where I've interviewed people who had jobs previously, sometimes at fairly junior levels within large multinational NGOs. And I'm seeing a pattern, and it's a pattern which is disgusting and quite horrifying, and people, you know, who are donors to those organizations would be truly shocked if they knew the full picture. It was probably summed up best with one of the interviews where I was interviewing a young guy, and I said, so this NGO you work for, of all the money that gets donated by all those people in the West, I'm not going to name the particular NGO here. I might at some point, but I won't now. But I said, so what percentage of it actually gets to the end use for which people donated it? And he looked a bit sheepish, and he sort of looked down, and then he replied, about 40%. I said, oh, that much? And then he sort of coughed, and he said, well, no, the reality is that it's supposed to be 40%, but they have ways to create special projects, and then they push a lot of the extra costs into those special projects. So the reality is that the truth is probably barely even half of that 40%. It's probably 20% or less. Now, I'm pretty certain that when I talk about the tribe that we're part of here with Karmaveer, you guys would not look anybody in the eye. If the work you were doing collected money from people and put 20% of it to use for the purpose that those people believed they were giving the money. And it is just such a contrast. And it's that contrast that to me makes this group of people so valuable and precious, and why I say more power to your work, more power to all of the good that you're doing in the world, because you work truly because you found purpose and passion for what you do and what you love. And please keep doing it because our world needs people like you. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you so much, Mark. Mark, you're going to confer the award to Tara. Tara, are you on there?
Yeah. Here.
Tara, your 1 minute starts now.
Well, thank you, Itu and Jerry and everybody here. It's been really lovely to be part of this. It's so inspiring. I'm here because I work on gender violence. That's what I write about. It's been my life's passion. My first book, which came out a month after the pandemic, is called Why Men Rape, an Indian undercover investigation. I was pretty fortunate that it became a bestseller. I didn't expect it to. I thought it would stay in a little niche somewhere in universities where the patriarchy would allow it to permeate, but it's done well. My second book, which is Rape, Rage and Revolution, a feminist manifesto to change the world, comes out next year. The book is about solutions to gender-based violence and patriarchy, because I do believe gender-based violence is the foundation of patriarchy. It is what enables patriarchy to continue to be relevant today in a knowledge economy where it has no role to play. Women are obviously what I'm most passionate about. I believe that patriarchy impacts all of us, but it impacts so many people on the planet so badly that it's time that we focus more on it and recognize it as a pandemic that has gone on for far too long, for millions of years. So I hope that among all the other stuff wonderful stuff that everyone's doing, that we also focus on changing the lives of women in India today. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you so much, Tara. And as we say, and you've been doing some stellar work, you've been writing, and we say, Bol ki lab azad hai mere. Speak, that you have the lips and you have the freedom of speech to speak. And that's what we celebrate on our forum, on our platforms, on our learning, that speak about whatever is wrong in this world. And that is why I'm again repeating, sorry, but our slug line, together as one, we can write everyone. And we must speak about it. We write in whatever capacity we can. Without any further ado, congratulations to Tara. We're moving on to Rekha Ji. Rekha Ji is again our veteran, and she's been with us for a really long time. In these last 20 decades, she's been part of the work that we're carrying on. She is one of the students of Begum Akhtar, and she sings and teaches these kind of song or the kind of music that's sort of fading away, and she's trying to keep that legacy alive. Rekha Ji, over to you to speak for 2 minutes about your work, and you would be conferring the award to Unika Shahbaz Khan. Unika, be ready. Over to you, Rekha Ji. Rekha Ji is here. She was there. I did see her. So on that note, I see Colonel Ibrahim Cherian again here. I was calling out to you in the beginning, Colonel Cherian. So Colonel Cherian is going to confer the award to Unika Shahbaz Khan. Colonel Cherian, over to you. Your 2 minutes starts now. Colonel Cherian is part of the stalwart Rex Karmaveer fellows that we had, the fellowship that we had in 2019. Over to you, Colonel Ibrahim.
I promise I won't break the 2 minute limit.
Thank you.
So today's Constitution Day. So, people like to say that the armed forces are the defenders of the Constitution. And I believe it's not only on the borders or on the skies or on the blue oceans. It's for all of their life, even after they retire. And therefore, I try to help veterans who are transitioning from the military service coming out. And many of you would be surprised to know that, there are foreign companies that have veterans programs for hiring them, they want to take on veterans into their organizations, but Indian companies don't. We do a lot of lip service to veterans, and to help you all understand what a veteran goes through. Somebody comes out and he or she is 30, 35 years old or 45 years old. They have a family. They never had to think about their careers because it's all defined in the armed forces. You never have to think about what you'll do 20 years later. But you come out and there's nobody to help you, nobody to tell you what you should be doing. You don't know how to start, and not many people out there to really help. There's a lot of lip service. So I try to talk to them, travel and speak to them, help them understand what the big bad world out there is like. And believe me, the armed forces is a very safe and secure environment for those who serve. And that's what I do, and try to help them move on from the services and become a member of the civil society and continue to defend the Constitution. That's what I do. That's it. And congratulations, Unika, for the award. And I'm sure you're going to let us know what you've done. I myself am very, very honored to be here today. Itu had reached out to me a few days ago, and I'm still wondering why I'm here. I really don't do much. Just try to help people within my capabilities. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Colonel Ibrahim. You inspire people to, that transition and coming out. And ever since you've come into the corporate world, you keep inspiring people to start and stand with the best practices that are needed in the corporate world. Not just, money. It's not just about money, but integrity and so many other issues that you touch upon. Thank you so much for your energy and the work that you do. Unika Shahbaz, are you there?
Yes.
Over to you.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Unika Shahbaz Khan. I'm from Kolkata. I'm born uniquely to do unique things in my life. And I believe if any one person in this world get inspired by my work or by my book or by my words, that is my biggest achievement in this life. And I'm congratulating all the winners of the this Karmaveer award, and thanking to Jerry sir, Itudi, and congratulating Karmaveer for the 20 wonders years and all the Karmaveer Ratna awards, people who shares their valuable words and spend time with us. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Itudi, क्या मैं a few lines गा सकता हूँ?
हाँ, please. 1 minute.
Sure. रीति की जंजीरें खा गई जंग, न्याय के मंदिर भी हो गए भंग, जमाना चले ना चले मेरे संग, बोलूंगी हर राह आवाज दबंग, बेखौफ आजाद है जीना मुझे, बेखौफ आवाज है.
Thank you. I think we've lost her. And for the last award, I'm going to call upon Shailesh ji. Thank you so much, Unika. Congratulations. Thank you for all the work that you're doing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. We're waiting for your next book. Keep writing. Keep doing the wonderful work that you do. Congratulations. Shailesh ji, aap hain yahan? Yes. So over to you, Shailesh ji. Shailesh ji is also our Maharatna award recipient of the cohort of 2019. Great work that is happening, and he's son to the world. Thank you so much for bringing that light with your work. Over to you, Shailesh ji.
Thank you, Jerry and Itu and Rex team, Karmaveer team. I have been with you all in 2008, and मुझे लगता है जेरी जो है ना वो जौहरी है जो खान में से कोयले में से हीरो को चुनता है. So I think he brings out gem from coal mines, and
black diamonds, and he polished us. He makes us, a part of this amazing, unique, inspiring community, and all of you, polish us every year with your act. I think that's most important. Karmaveer, I am from very small family, from small village, came to Mumbai, was working with corporate. Accidentally, I started working with an NGO, working with senior citizens, and I started my organization Silver Innings in 2008. Not looking back, not funded by anybody, it's self-funded. And we work with seniors with a different thought to bring young people with seniors and talking about positive aging. Silver Innings about life is not retired from the life, but rewired. We don't retire from life, we retire only from work. I think that was the take. And when we talk about positive side, we talk about youth and doing all this thing. We understood there's a problem with mental health. I think we, very big problem with mental health, senior mental health. And we started working with dementia and Alzheimer's. And in 2017, I wrote a book called Remember Me, You, Me and Dementia in English, very simple language, inspiring stories of people who are working with seniors, how they handle the dad, mom, the grandparent. And we slowly started with some matrimonial with seniors. We started a football club and we have a talent show. We try to do something different. But this pandemic, changed us. We all were sleeping, like we are always so much relaxed and happy. But this pandemic gave us something different. And here, I think humanity came ahead. And we all came ahead. And, Mark is here. Mark helped us in generating some donations. We helped 26,000 people with ration, 3 months ration. We helped 3,000 transgenders. We helped 6,000 cooked meal for quarantine people. And we funded a MS, a very poor girl child, to do a MS in speech therapy in the pandemic. And that brought out a different me and our team, and tell the world that, okay, you're working with seniors, you're working with women, you're working with child, but there's a world outside, there's a community. We should see everybody in the same lane. We all are here with different age, different gender. In harmony, we could work together and it would be a good thing. And like, लोगों का काम है कहना, बस अपने काम के लिए काम करते रहिए, प्यार करिए, love करिए. Don't fall in love, rise in love and make a difference. I think that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Shailaji. You will be giving the award to Dr. Mendoza and Zohair Diwan. And over to you, Dr. Mendoza, for your 1 minute starts now.
Yes. Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to the Rex Karmaveer organization. My involvement was a little different during the lockdown. I worked very closely with the government officials in generating oxygen generators and ventilators, and with all the collectors of number of districts in Maharashtra. I got COVID twice, and just before that I had an operation. So I was bound in my room for nearly 73 days. I couldn't move out in the streets, and my wife was distributing a lot of daily essentials. I live with my senior parents. My father is just turned 90. But I utilized that time, 2.5 months, to really work and coordinate with various government departments. And we were able to give some ventilators in Sangli and Kolhapur area, which was most needed. A lot of patients were collapsing before they reached the hospital. This blue medal will inspire us to continuously work harder year by year and contribute. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Vivek. Thank you so much. Zohair Diwan, are you there? Over to you for your 1 minute. Yes, over to you.
Yeah, hi. Thank you. So nobody ever sleeps hungry. Nash, the organization which I founded, we have got a motto like, and that is connect and create. And this platform is a platform of connecting and creating, a world that works for all. So thank you for creating this kind of a platform. So when we started distributing meals at Nash, we never knew that it will not be a simple distribution of meals during the pandemic. It would be, a kind of putting our life at risk, putting our family's life at risk. So all those people who stood for, providing meals here, they just didn't give the meals. they put their life at risk. So there was a point in Nash, like when a lot of people said we were distributing around 40,000 meals daily. And we went up to distribution of meals like 1 lakh meals daily. We distributed around 50 lakhs meals, 12 crore rupees worth one NGO gave us. So there were so many other NGOs who were giving us the food. So when we were distributing the meal, a lot of people said, okay, you are putting your life at risk. You are putting your family life at risk. You are putting your volunteers' life at risk. And, there was a point where everything was going to break down. Like, and a few of my team members called me up and said, no, even मरना है तो एक दिन मरने का है. लोग रोज हम लोग आईने के सामने खड़े होके मरेंगे नहीं. So this was not just like distribution of meals. It was like putting our lives at stake, our family's life at stake. Similarly, in Nash, like nobody ever sleeps hungry. When we were working on the ground, we found out that a lot of people were having low oxygen concentration in the blood. And we started with the momentum of creating an oxygen cylinder bank. For that, we didn't have any funds or whatever. Like, we asked the local MLA to go and ask for funds from our volunteers. So in the pandemic, what we all did was amazing. And thank you all for giving us this platform so that we can connect with such stalwarts and we can continue doing such work. Nash is doing wonderfully. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Devan. With that, I have Dr. Ramesh with me, Dr. G. Ramesh Kumar. Are you there? He's also one of our stalwart. He's also going to be, he's one of the person who's going to be leading a community that we're creating for MBA fellows and the SME. And he's going to be leading that as well, doing some fabulous work, trying to create this community. Is Dr. G. Ramesh Kumar there? I saw him sometime back. I seem to have Dr. G. Ramesh Kumar. I do see you, but can you come on? Dr. Ramesh, it's gone on for long. So if you snooze, you lose. That's what we are going to do. With that, we're going to come to the end, and we've saved the best for the last. We're going to play one of the most beautiful songs that Sonam has created through her venture on oneness and love. Sufi Gospel is the name of the organization that she's created through her artwork and her singing. We're going to play a part of the song for all of you to understand, learn, and enjoy.
Can I just quickly set this up for you before you play it? I just want to say this particular song is based on the poetry of Faiz Ahmad Faiz, where he says, बोल के लब आजाद हैं तेरे, बोल ज़बां अब तक तेरी है, तेरा सुतवा ये जिस्म है तेरा, बोल के जान अब तक तेरी है. He says that the strongest tool we have at our disposal is our voice, and we must use that voice for the greater good of society. We must use it judiciously, must use our lives for greater good. I felt that while the power of the individual voice is really strong, the power of the collective voice is unstoppable. So I added a refrain that says, Bolo ek awaaz hai hum. And this is just an excerpt of the song from somewhere in the middle because we knew it'd be short of time. But I hope it resonates with each of you. And I really am so honored that we're all together in this and that in some way we're all connected by this wonderful and powerful invisible thread. And thank you to Rex Karmaveer for this. And thank you to each one of you for all the wonderful work you do. And may our tribe prosper.
Thank you, Sonam.
बोलिए थोड़ा वक्त बहुत है जिस्मो ज़बान की मौत से पहले बोल के सच जिंदा है अब तक बोल जो कुछ कहना है कह ले बोल ये थोड़ा वक्त बहुत है जिस्मो ज़बान की मौत से पहले बोल के सच जिंदा है अब तक बोल जो कुछ कहना है कह ले बोल के लब आजाद है तेरे बोल ज़बान तक तेरी है एक आवाज़ है हम बोलो एक आवाज़ है हम बोलो एक आवाज़ है हम बोलो एक आवाज़ है हम सब तक एक आवाज़ है हम बोलो एक आवाज़ है हम बोलो एक आवाज़ है हम बोलो एक आवाज़ है एक आवाज़ है हम एक बोलो एक आवाज़ है हम बोलो एक आवाज़ है हम
क्या बात, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Sonam. Thank you so much. And your song, your work resonates absolutely with us. It speaks out that we are all interconnected. This interconnectedness in humanity, in the world, in the nature is what will take us forward. Together, we need to work on this interconnectedness. And that is why this egalitarian platform celebrates the uniqueness, the power, and the hero in each one of us. And together, we can recreate so much more. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for being part of this journey. Congratulations to all the new fellows that have been brought into the tribe. Mark, I'm using your word. That's a more beautiful word, I understand. And the tribe vibes together. And your vibe gets you your tribe. And that's what we keep trying to create here. Jerry's being missed a lot. His humor, his anecdotes, his stories, and his beautiful twist in everything is being missed a lot. But inshallah, we are going to meet all of you in the year 2023, November. Keep up with your work. And if any one of you has anybody that you would like to nominate, recommend for the curation process, then please do reach out to us and send us their names so that we can curate them and bring them into the fold. And once again, big namaste and thank you so much for being part of this momentous day with all of us. Thank
Itu,
you.
may I say something?
Thank you.
I just loved
Please, Bhavani.
Sonam's,
Yes.
I loved Sonam's video. I think it was fabulous.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sonam,
Thank you,
work
Sonam, for
happened.
sharing it with
Thank
Yes.
you.
Share.
You two, excellent work done, remarkable, absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Your medals will reach you and your awards will reach you virtually very quickly on the mail. Get them printed and your awards will reach you very
Sonam, is that
Very,
video
very
on
soon.
YouTube?
Thank you,
Yes.
everyone.
Yes,
Thank you,
it is, Mark.
everyone.
Thank
Each
you.
one of
Thank
you for your energy.
It is on YouTube.
God bless.
Itu, may I just make a tiny request?
Sure,
Yeah.
please.
Sure.
Can we have a WhatsApp group where we're all connected?
Yeah, I was just, you read my
21
mind,
fellows.
Sonam.
I feel like it would just be really
I am
lovely.
going. We have 2-3 WhatsApp groups of our fellows. I'm going to connect everybody and make you part of that group, which has all the fellows from 20 years, and I'll make you part of that. Is that okay, or do you want another separate
Thank
group?
you.
Oh wow,
I think
that would be
maybe just
perfectly
our
okay.
group first.
Okay,
I
we are
would say
live on
maybe a
Facebook,
smaller
but
group.
yes, we'll do that.
lovely.
I would say maybe a smaller group to begin with, because we're all connected.
Certainly shall do that. Thank you and namaste. Bye-bye.
Thank you and lots of love
everybody.
from all of
Bye-bye.
us.
Stay
God
wherever
bless.
you
Love
are
to
in the
all.
world.
Take care.
Keep
Stay
Thank you.
smiling.
All the
Bye-bye.
best and God bless.
Lots of
you.
love to everyone.
Same to all of you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You took this picture.
And well done, A2. Good job.
Yes, Itu. Fabulous. Bye-bye. See you.
Itu, thank you. Mark, the video's on YouTube. Yes.
All right, lovely.
Take care. Lovely
Thank
to
you,
see you
Itu.
again.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you, Jerry. Lovely session. Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you.
Bye,
everyone.
bye, bye, everyone.
Good to see you, Mark.
And you, and you.
I want to hear more about Cambodia.
Yeah. Drop me a message on the WhatsApp.
Sure. Will do. Thank you, Itu-ji.
Bye-bye. I hope you're not live on this.
Oh, okay. We are.